said, if I'm going to go to hell, I might as well live my life honestly. And I decided I was going to come out, and I finally just decided to try to live honestly. And it had only been maybe 6 months. And here I am, and this man says to me, you must have somebody on your side. He said, because I'm telling you, he said, I had something pushing me. He said, it was not like a gentle reminder or a gentle prod. Call this young man. He said, no. He said, it was this urgent, pressing. You need to call this young man. You need to call this young man. He said, and I could not shake it. I couldn't get rid of it. He said, I kept saying, well, that's not protocol. That's not what we do. You know, that's not how we're supposed to do. He said, finally, I had to go to the billing office and ask them if they could look your information up so I could find your phone number to call you. He said, Charles, if I hadn't have called you and you kept taking that tetracycline, he said, you would not have lived to have seen tomorrow morning. Tell me God ain't real. More than that, tell me God isn't married to the backslider. Tell me God does still love you when you've gotten so discouraged and despondent that you walk away from Him. Tell me that He doesn't keep walking beside you. Oh, hallelujah. Oh, I want to tell you, this blind man couldn't tell these Jews much. He was not a theologian. They questioned him about Jesus, eventually going so far as to say to him, well, who do you think he is? What do you think he is? What are your thoughts about him? And the blind man said, I think he's a prophet. Did you read it? Did you see it when I read it to you? He said, I think he's a prophet. What did the Lord say to Peter and the other disciples? Who do men say that I am? He said, well, some say you're John the Baptist. Some say you're a prophet or one of the other prophets. And this man was looking at Jesus like, well, he's just a prophet. He didn't have a clue who Jesus was. He didn't know who Jesus was. But you know what he did know? He knew, listen to me, children, he knew what the Lord had done for him. He said, I can't tell you a whole lot about him,